People always ask me, they say, well, how did I'm a Queen blow up? How did you do it? And my answer is, I did it broke. And you like, wait a minute, I'm scratching my head. Like, what you mean you did it broke, baby? I did it broke. I didn't have no money when I started I'm a Queen. I didn't have money for years. I just started getting money. And you know what changed my mind? Being broke. I was paying for stuff out of my pocket. Non-stop. Paying for things out of my pocket. Sometimes I even got to a point where I was just asking people, please support, just please support. And, I'm pretty sure people was like, man, she always inboxing me. She always doing this. But I literally was like working in this nonprofit with no resources, no nothing, because I did not have the right tools. And what happened was, I got so broke in 2018. I tell this story because this is what changed my mind. This is what changed my life. What happened was, I was in a relationship. The relationship was just the wrong relationship. And I got into 2018, and it was like, how sometimes you get connected to people, and when you get connected to certain relationships, your money start acting funny. So my money was funny, and I had been funding this thing, and I had asked people like, hey, on the team, like, I need y'all to donate $100 by July 1. And like, out of 9 people, only 3 people did it. And I'm sitting here like, oh my God. So we get to like July 6th. The conference is like July 12th or something. We get to that date. We need $600 to feed the kids. We needed $600. We did not have the money. So I found myself begging. I'm not even going to lie to you. I found myself hustling so hard just to ask somebody for $600. When I tell you I didn't have that money, I did not have that money. I was hurt. I was hurting. And what ended up happening was, God turned it around. It happened. But I was so wounded from that situation. And it takes a moment in your life when you can say to yourself, I ain't gonna ever go do that again. And I promise you, it was my wake-up call. It was my wake-up call, because I had been doing it so wrong for so many years. Honestly, when I started the nonprofit, I should have went through a nonprofit class, should have went through fundraising, should have went through grant writing at the initial time of doing it. But I didn't have no coach. I didn't have no mentors. So I get into 2018, and I turn it around because I changed my mind. Because I saw something in myself that I didn't like. I didn't like doing it. And I was broke as hell. And I get to 2019, when I tell you I was making connection after connection. I was like, anybody who talks to me, let me tell you about this nonprofit. Let me tell you about what I've been doing. Let me tell you. And people kept saying, well, how can I support? So I started learning, and I started speaking in a way, this is how you can support me. I didn't rush nobody. I ain't had to persuade nobody. I ain't had to pitch nobody. I just talked to people. I told people about what I was doing. I showed people what I was doing because I was being consistent in the work. So we get to 2019, and I said to myself, I need to raise $10,000. I need to raise $10,000 by July 1. Let me check this out, y'all. It's June 2nd. By June 30th, I went back to all them people who said, how can I help you? I told them what I needed help with. Next thing you know, people started calling. Because I'm putting it out there. I got pictures and everything. I'm out there. I'm promoting it. I'm putting it out there. $10,000 shows up in private. Woo! Thank you. $10,000 shows up in private. People think I'm crazy. Not crazy. And I became so focused. Because I stopped looking at it. Oh, like this is my passion. I took the emotions out of it. I stopped getting twisted up in certain things. I started getting gratitude. I started being grateful. And I got the money. I did what I had to do. And people that get mad at you, you did this, you did that. No, baby, I kept moving forward. So then we get into the pandemic. Oh, snap. Pandemic. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Okay. A lot of mentoring programs stopped operating. I'm a queen. We kept going. Being consistent. Being consistent. Next thing you know, George Floyd. George Floyd set it off. God bless his soul. George Floyd, Black Lives Matter. People Blackout Tuesday. When black people stop supporting corporations, when black people stopped putting their money into places that didn't even want us there, and they started focusing on the real community, on the people who really serve on the front lines, that's what happened. Next thing you know, corporations was searching for black nonprofits to fund. Do you hear me? Black nonprofits to fund. I started getting donations after donation. Revenue started going up. Money in the bank account. You listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Money was in the bank account. Come on, somebody. Money in the bank account. I haven't even got a grant yet. Straight up. 2020 Christmas adoption. When I tell you, it was so many donations coming in. People was adopting kids 3 times over. We had to spread it out. It was like the harvest. It was like the overflow showed up. It was like a boom. That's what happened. Next thing I know, we get into 2021. I said, we got to do a fundraiser. Because I'm looking ahead. I know what it costs. I said, we got to do a fundraiser. I said, we gonna do in-person stuff. We got to do a fundraiser. We got to do some stuff with these kids. I said, we're going to raise $10,000. And I looked at the number. That's what I looked at. I looked at what my sister's dog and his name's Kanye. I looked at what we brought in for Christmas. We brought in close to $7,000. I said, we could do 7. I know we can do 10. I came up with this idea because I've seen it. I've seen about how people do peer-to-peer fundraising. I did that. I got everybody involved. I said, you know what? We're going to do a social media campaign. We're going to tell you how it's done. We're going to show, we're going to promote this thing. Like, we're going to let people know, like, you support I'm a Queen, okay? So we did that campaign. People thought I was crazy. They were looking at the numbers. People like, I don't know if you're going to make it. I don't know, baby. I knew I was going to make it. I wrote that thing down every day. Write the vision, make it plain, honey. Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision, make it plain. Wrote it every day, spoke it every day, put it in front of me. I saw that vision. I knew $10,000 was coming. When I tell you, everybody was locked in. Come on, somebody. Even my kids was locked in. Well, you gotta surround yourself with people who is locked in on your vision. I promise you, it's crazy, but you gotta be locked in. They gotta be committed. And you as the leader, you always gotta set the mark. You gotta set the mark. You gotta set the pace. You gotta be consistent. I'm passionate about this because I did it broke for so many years. I did it broke to the point my ass hurt. I'm telling you. People think I'm crazy, but I did it broke. And I said, I ain't going to be broke no more. Next thing you know, we hit the goal. 10,000 showed up. Another 10,000 shows up because we end up getting a grant. Another 5,000 shows up, pays off our team conference in full. People is getting paid now to be in this nonprofit. What? We was able to afford to pay people this year. Come on, somebody. How? Because we stayed consistent. Stay consistent. I did it broke. So learn from me. Don't you ever go out here without a plan. When somebody offering you a class, take the class. When somebody want to talk to you and tell you some advice and give you advice, let me tell you something. Listen. I took time to listen to people. I took the same class over and over and over again because I wanted this so bad. I was so tired of being broke. I listened to people and how they ask for money. It's about relationship. If you don't know me, why you ask me for money? But because I have remained consistent through it all, I'm a Queen is thriving. I've learned how to be a grant writer. I've learned how to do things. I learned how to be more strategic, be ahead of the game. People pick on me all the time. I don't care. Oh, you conservative, you this, you that. Yeah, I am. I sure am. But I'm also the one. I'm the one God called. I'm the one, baby. So when people ask me how I did it broke.